guys, and welcome to Mom Babes, where
every mom is a babe.
And if you're like, Christina, I don't feel like a babe because
I'm bleeding downstairs,
then this channel is especially for you. All of us are babes, even if you don't feel like a babe. I make videos for moms who are creatives, and if you're like, Christina, I'm not a creative, that's a lie, because raising a live human being is the most creative thing that there is. Be sure to subscribe and ding the bell to get notified each time I release a new video so that you will never have to miss one. So today we are, sorry Josh, doing a special episode with my siblings. So today we have my sister Katie.
Hi.
My sister Olivia.
Hello.
And my brother Josh.
Hey.
And we're only missing Caleb. Caleb, mwah, we love you. So as moms, sometimes you think about what are the things that I want to instill in my kids? What are the memories I want to make? What experiences do I want to give to them so that they can have a full life? And so we're just going to talk about through our childhood some of the travels and other fun memories that really shaped us as people, and hopefully this will be educational. If not, it'll at least be entertaining. Can you guys think of a specific like trip that stands out to you where you feel like it impacted you a lot, or you learned a lot about yourself, or it was somehow life-changing?
Oh my.
I mean, I remember like times when they were just really fun. I don't know so much like life-changing.
Do you remember anything specific?
Like our trip to Cancun.
That one was
That
really,
one was
that
really fun.
good. Yeah. Sorry, Caleb. We wish you were there on that one.
It's okay, the people over there can talk about it.
What do you remember about that trip? How old were you?
I don't even remember. I was like 13 or
I would
something.
say I was like early 20s, so you had to be like a teenager.
You were a lot younger, Josh.
Yeah,
You're looking at the picture.
Josh is
2017.
Yeah, Josh is 15 years younger than me, so.
Oh, that trip was life-changing. That was the trip that I got a curly hair routine.
Oh yeah.
Because I originally walked around like a puffball. And then, oh, my hair's like wavy, maybe. But then Katie was like, let me help you. And so she was like, here, she did all the stuff. She scrunched my hair for me.
Oh, you know what I remember about Cancun was Pablo. Do you want to talk about
Pablo.
The coconut.
The love
The
of my
coconut.
life. So Pablo was this very, maybe you can insert a picture of a coconut. There was this very special coconut. It was perfect. It didn't have like all these ugly marks on it. It was like this really well-shaped coconut. And this is my friend Pablo. And so I carried this coconut the whole time we were in
Everywhere.
Cancun, and I
The
took
whole
him
time.
everywhere. Like if I was taking a backpack, he was in the backpack.
Like
I
it was a
carrying
normal
him.
thing to do.
And it was like my gig. It was just funny. Until one day, me and Katie are walking, and I was talking to Pablo, and then she's like, "Oh my gosh, wait, it's actually really cool, Olivia. Can I see him?" And so she takes him, and we're walking on this path, this jungle over here. She just chucks Pablo into the jungle.
Yes.
And I said, "Ah!" And then I went to go.
I literally wouldn't let her go back and get him.
Why?
I think I grabbed her.
What was your impulse?
I don't know. I think I was just like, I'm so tired of this stupid coconut. Like, I'm done with the coconut. It needs to go. So, Olivia has a propensity to loving like random stuff. So,
This is gonna make me sound really weird.
also she was a lot younger.
How does that help? I was in high school.
I remember specifically when it happened too, because we were walking like
Olivia
away
was
from
devastated.
Tulum. Yeah, we were at the Tulum walking around, and then as we were walking away, there's like this corner thing, and this was just like through him.
Well, the worst part was
Yeeted him
I would have gone back and gotten him, but I remember looking and there were all these spider webs everywhere, and I was like, bye Pablo, I can't, because I don't like spiders. So it's something tragic. I figured out my hair was curly-ish back then, and I met the love of my life, Pablo, and he met his demise, or his tragic end, by my sister. So it's a whole soap opera over there.
But that's like so little of that is related to the location. So even if you're like, yeah, anybody could go to Cancun and have a great time. We also, I feel like, have always found ways to make really like mundane places very fun too. Like nothing against Tucson.
Yes,
but
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
But we went to Tucson, Arizona in the summer, which if you've ever been there is incredibly
It's very hot.
miserably hot. And like there's not really that much to do there. But you know, we're still who we are, so we're gonna make it fun. Do you guys remember? Were you there for that?
Yeah, I was there for that. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember.
it
So we
was-
were like on this crazy walk, right? Like, is that what you're talking
That's
about?
what I was gonna bring
Yeah,
up.
this is what
In
we-
downtown Tucson.
Yeah, and we were walking in the middle of the day. And I live in Arizona now, so like people who live in Arizona understand. Like you should not be walking around for like it was like at least an hour. I think we were
Tourists,
walking like in
obviously.
the middle of the day in the heat of the summer, like 110-degree
It
weather
was
or whatever it
very
was.
hot.
or something.
And like I remember we were all flushed, like so red in the face. We're like desperate. We were like just looking for air conditioning, and for some reason we were in a part of a town where it was like hard to find like a place to stop and like go inside.
It was all like industrial or commercial.
So we were
or-
like getting so frustrated, but eventually we came up on like a Goodwill. And I think that's what it was, right? A Goodwill.
Yeah, Goodwill thrift store.
So we all went inside and we were just like,
It was like the most
Air
fun
conditioning.
I've ever had in a Goodwill.
think-
and yeah,
ever.
and then we just had a blast.
we literally hung out there for like 2 hours.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We were there for a long time.
And they had couches and vending machines. Like they knew, like, oh, people are hot.
Happy-
also
Yeah.
like baller Goodwill. Also, yeah, we like
And we
made
did
a
tons
day.
of shopping. Yeah.
We made a
Yeah,
day
we were
out of
looking around and
Goodwill.
doing
Yeah,
stuff.
so like I think that's so funny because even though like we did like I think the Biodome is like the main
Yeah.
attraction that we did, like
Yeah.
but we remember this story more
Yeah.
because it was just like a
So
funny
dramatic.
bonding moment.
That was also the trip that we got that picture of us all in the costumes, right? Where you two are in those outfits. And
Oh, the Western.
The
we went to
Western.
some-
Oh, that one.
Was
Yeah.
that the same trip?
Yeah.
Which I was looking at recently, and I was like, those costumes.
If I can find the
Insert
photo,
picture.
I'll put it in.
I'll send it to you.
Like we were saying, you don't have to like spend a lot of money to create these really fun opportunities. I feel like a big part of it was we were just like all hanging out together, wandering around, like not on a screen. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we were our childhood fortunate enough to like spend quality time together, and whether that was at like the local park, because we used to play Four Corners with trees. Do you remember that?
Yes.
With Mom and Dad. So we would
Yeah.
just make up these silly games
Yeah.
to play, but we wouldn't have had those opportunities if our parents hadn't fostered this environment where we were like not on a screen. I mean, we did go to the movies and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but we had opportunities to hang out together. And so I think as a mom, those are the types of things that I want to continue to foster for my kids is just time somewhere. If you can, you know, ante up and do the nicer trips, that's cool, but you can also like, we have such a good time kind of wherever we're at. I mean, even just like chilling at home together. And for us, it's like a lot of inside jokes too. I feel
Yeah.
like creating opportunities to make those inside jokes is really like core for family because humor
Yes.
kind of like brings us together.
Yeah.
Are
We
there-
laugh about it forever.
Yeah. Are there any other ones that come to mind that you guys can think of, like funny memories that stand out?
The funny one that stands out to me is the Hawaii trip with you and me, and this was kind of like before them.
Where,
They were
I-
They were little. I think you probably weren't born.
You
yet.
weren't
No,
alive.
I was born.
You're thinking of a different
No,
Hawaii
No,
trip.
this was like I was
Oh.
12 years old.
Because I was
Okay,
like
so this
2.
is a
You-
one before my
Olivia
Hawaii
was
trip.
2 years old, so you weren't.
Yeah, I
born yet.
was. I would have been. Mom would have been pregnant with me.
Yeah, Mom was pregnant with you, so you were there. You just
I don't remember that.
Yeah. So that's the funny thing too is like we went to Hawaii and that was kind of like a bigger trip for us. Like I've never been back since. That's my only time being.
Yeah.
And like we got to do all this cool stuff, like go see the volcano, which like they don't even let you do anymore. We were like right by the lava.
Really? They don't let you do that?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
But
no,
anyways.
we followed a tour guide up to the lava, like
right
5 feet
in front
away,
of us.
and we were like, "Oh, this seems kind of dangerous." Good thing there's this tour guide. Come to find out, it wasn't a tour guide; it was some random drunk person that was giving us a tour of the lava.
Why does
Yeah,
I know
so-
this story?
Yeah,
We're lucky
What?
we didn't step in lava, I guess. I
So
don't
you
know.
guys, look, it's lava. Everyone, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, but like obviously that's memorable, but like what stands out to me most is like this memory with my sister of like my mom, she had to go shopping for some reason out at Walmart.
Walmart in
And
Hawaii.
it was big, like because Walmart was newer back then.
It was
the
like
super Walmart.
This was the first super Walmart
Yeah.
we had ever been to.
Yeah.
Like if you can put yourself back in the day where like everything was small, pre-Amazon, like and this was like a big Walmart. So Mom was having a
yeah,
heyday.
we were just like first of all, we were just amazed by the Walmart, and then Mom was shopping for hours and hours. So what do we
Hours.
do?
Like we're not exaggerating. It was actually hours.
So when we are bored in the store, we play, especially as like a 12 and what you would have been like 14
Yeah.
or 15. And so like we did like a bunch of like trying on outfits, and like the funniest one, it's gonna like not sound that funny to you guys because it's just funny to us. It's an inside joke,
You had to be
know.
there.
But like she got this essentially like little tiny girl's dress and like made me squeeze my like 12-year-old body into like
She's gonna try and be soft for size.
And then show me what it looks like, Katie.
And it was just so funny. Like we were just dying laughing.
To be fair, Katie was a very petite, like 12-year-old though. So it was small, but it wasn't that much of a stretch. But I do remember her outfit. She like barely could put it on. It was really tight. She couldn't put her arms down.
We were just dying. But like those are the things that.
So like one of our funnest memories in Hawaii is in the
Literally just
Walmart,
the
in the
Walmart.
dressing
like,
room of the
trying on
Walmart.
clothes. Like, you know what I mean? And you can go to Walmart anywhere. So it's like, yeah, even though we did go to these places, it's not always about, oh, you have to be at this location to make those fun memories. We'll talk about the jellyfish.
Oh, that's a fun
That's
one.
a good one.
You tell. You haven't told one yet.
Okay, so basically, our family took a trip down to Florida. This summer was it?
It was over
it was
Christmas.
Over Christmas.
Because
Oh.
we were off.
Not this
we were
last
in
summer, it was
college.
winter break.
Okay.
Winter break.
So it was in winter break, and we had like this hotel on the shore.
The
and
Keys, I think.
The
Wasn't it?
Keys.
The Keys, right? Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
totally.
It was something really bougie next to the beach.
We were in the penthouse.
It
I don't
was.
know how
They
that-
upgraded
It was
their
big.
suite, Yeah.
We
they got a free
accidentally
upgrade.
got upgraded to the
Yeah.
penthouse suite, which like we never
Yeah,
done before.
It was-
like
So we were like, this
Interesting.
is so crazy.
We were literally
Like,
like,
so, yeah,
running
we were like,
around,
wow.
jumping on the
It was
beds.
like a mini house. I
Yeah.
remember. I was like,
it was really big. But like one night, all of us went down to like the beach because we were just like, let's go have some fun on the beach. And then we're
At
like,
night.
at nighttime, yeah. Even though like we know there's like alligators and stuff in the water, but it's whatever. And we were like dancing around on the beach, just having fun. We're like, hey guys, let's go play follow the leader, right? So we're like, oh yeah, let's go. And then we're all just like jumping around, like following each other. And then I think it was you or someone like led
Probably.
us. I think it was, yeah. Christina led us into the water and we all just like followed her. And then like soon after, someone was like, my foot's starting to hurt, right?
no, it was someone.
It was,
Someone yelled like, "Oh, what is this weird thing in the water?" Right?
Well, I think it started to sting.
it stung first and then.
I was like, ow, ow, something's like biting me, or I don't know, something like that. I don't remember who first, but
Well, we all were just bouncing around in the Florida water on the beach at night. Keep in mind, we were like, "This is great. No one else is
out here,
I
yeah.
wonder why no one else is on the beach at
Should have
night.
been our
We're like
first
so
clue.
secluded.
There's not even any waves.
We were like, "This is awesome." And then Christina's like, "Ow, something's biting me." We were all like, "There's this weird white stuff in the water." It was jellyfish.
Yeah.
So anyways, then eventually we figured out, let Josh finish.
Like, okay, so basically we figured out that we like all had gotten stung by a jellyfish because we all walked like right on top of it. And then we were like, what do we do? Like, how do we get away? And then all of a sudden I just hear Christina's like saying, someone pee on my foot! like, just make it go away. And then I didn't get stung that bad. Like, I was kind of just standing there like, what's happening? Because I got stung.
I think you got the least.
I got, like, the
think she
least.
I got the most
She
because
got
I
the
was
worst.
in front. And it was several jellyfish in that area. It wasn't just one.
Yeah.
I was lucky because I actually didn't go in the water. So like I remember watching because they were like, we're gonna go swimming, and I was like, I don't really want to go. It's nighttime. I don't want to get wet. And thank goodness, because usually I like follow and I just do what everyone else does. But this is like the only time, so it's kind of weird. And then like yeah, you guys just come screaming out of the water. Eventually, you're like ah, all of you.
Christina got it the worst. I do remember this is funny. So Christina was like, "Someone pee on my foot," and Caleb, she was like, "Caleb, pee on my foot."
Caleb
At
is
first,
No,
he was
you
like-
were-
At first he said no.
No,
At
yeah,
first
he was
he was
like,
like,
no,
"Don't
that's
do it."
weird. I'm not gonna do that.
And then I went.
And then
I got
Christina was
some,
like,
I got
anyone like has to go, do it right now.
some. And I tried. And
then
Olivia literally peed like 2 drips on my foot.
I'm embarrassed now.
It didn't do anything. So just so you
Don't
know,
think about it too hard.
that's like an old wives' tale. Like peeing on your foot does nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't do like later. Like at the time, we were like, oh, it works. It did not work.
So then we like couldn't find mom and dad. I don't know where they were, but we like went up to the room, went to the lobby, went around. We couldn't find them.
We couldn't.
And
Yeah.
we
ran
were like
into a
freaking
guy?
out. Yes,
We ran into a guy in the elevator or something, and we were telling him about it, and he was like, "Oh, y'all should go to the hospital." is what he was telling us. And we did
And then Olivia, and then Olivia started crying because she's like,
we're gonna die.
like, we're not gonna die,
Remember
Olivia.
that second part.
Well,
like,
you were
always
probably
so
on the beach,
dramatic.
like hanging out,
Oh,
and
I
we're
was
all
like-
running around trying to
I was
like.
I didn't get stung.
Well, we're the ones in pain. We're like, help me, I'm dying.
True.
Anyways, eventually we like found mom and dad, got up to the room. So the thing that helped the most was lavender essential oil did actually help, and then like
We had a hot bathtub
like,
running.
yeah, taking a warm bath was like the most thing. But it like made me sick for the next week. I
That was a
remember.
cruise.
And we were on a cruise, and I was like kind of like sick the whole time. But yeah, so if there's an empty beach in Florida at night, there's a reason that no one is
Yeah.
in the water. Oh, was there anything else from that trip that you guys remember?
I remember the stingrays. We were with the stingrays, and that was really cool. We were swimming. We got to go out on an excursion and swim with stingrays, and it was really fun. And I remember they were like, swim softly, you know, because quite literally there were very many, and you could see
Yeah.
them squint and stuff, splashing around a little bit too much. I didn't care. I really didn't care. But Caleb wouldn't even get in the water. I remember that. He was so scared.
No, that was
Eventually
me.
he must have, because
at that point I couldn't.
right?
He was terrified.
Yeah.
Caleb wouldn't.
Oh.
Yeah, Caleb was a little baby.
He was a little kid at the time, just to clarify.
Mom
He's not the
is,
giant that he is today.
our mom is off screen.
Oh yeah, Mom.
This is very entertaining for me, so.
I also remember that trip, I couldn't swim. So like the entire time while y'all were playing with the stingrays, I was just on the boat looking and like watching. And then eventually for the photo, mom had to come and get me and like hold me in like in the
I
water.
remember I had like started jumping on top of a tour guide because like a stingray was coming close to me.
Oh,
And they were like, you can't do that because then if you hit them, they'll sting you. Like if you hit them on their top, they get defensive and sting you. But I still was like jumping on top of mom, and I'm like fully in college, like scared. Like the stingray's as big as me, and the tour guide was like, "Don't do that."
Stop that.
Hey, it's
And we kissed them.
Ew.
Yeah, you don't remember that? We kissed them for good 7 years. Good luck.
wow. That's
You didn't do that
good
one?
memory.
Don't
I don't remember that either.
Our guide was like, "Is it 7 years? Good luck."
Olivia made it up.
No, I kissed one too. I kissed it on its fin. It was really
No, I
like
kissed
weird
it on
too
the
because it was
face.
like
Well, not
she's
on
over
the
there making
underside.
out.
No, it was the tour guide who was like, "Is it 7 years? Good luck." And so I was like, "Okay."
Did it work? 7 years, good luck.
I think so. She's,
Probably.
she's
I
still
didn't die.
So Katie and I went on a cruise once, and
Oh, yeah.
mom and dad would let us. I mean, we were like, I was like middle school. You were like
yeah, I
almost
must
middle
have
school.
been like, yeah, like
Or I
sixth
was, like-
grade, 6th grade, 8th grade maybe?
Yeah,
or something,
something like
somewhere
that.
around there.
And so we were on this ship where they had the clear elevators and they were facing each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so Katie was on one side and I was on the other, and we were playing this game where like one of
my
us
gosh.
was trying to get to like the same level, and
We
there
were
were like
try-
5
yeah,
levels,
yeah.
and the other person was trying to get to different levels. So
Right.
depending on what your goal was, you would try to do one or the other, and then like you'd collect points or
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. So then on that cruise, there happened to be this group of boys that were like maybe a year older, but about the same age
Yeah,
as us.
yeah.
And they
similar.
have been harassing us all week long on this
Yeah.
cruise, just being like poking at us, saying funny things,
Yeah,
like
teasing, you
teasing
know, like
us.
typical junior high girl boy behavior.
yeah. And so then we were like so over these boys. So anyways, we're playing this game in the elevators because this is what you do on a cruise ship instead of going to the pool or like whatever. We were playing on the elevator.
We were like, it was kind of cool because mom and dad, we were old enough that
Yeah.
they kind of like let us hang out
Yeah.
together.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
obviously not by ourselves.
Yeah,
So.
wander the ship. Things were different back then.
Yeah.
But anyway,
We were.
so one of the times we're playing this game, and I look at Katie on her elevator, and then I mean, as we're playing this game, people are getting on and off the elevator. Like, what are these girls doing? This is weird. And then one of the groups that gets on Katie's elevator
Oh my gosh.
was the group of boys.
And I was in there with them by myself, and I was like so horrified because like it was just like a confrontation almost. It was so weird. And then Christina could see the whole thing because they're glass elevators, right? So she was just sitting there like like pointing and laughing, and I could see her mocking me. And I think I was so embarrassed I didn't even say anything to them because I was also pretty shy. Like Christina was the more outgoing of us, so I think I like turned around and like faced the glass and like put my head down. And then I could just see Christina being like because she knew the boys walked in. And it was
Katie's
just
like
so
in the
funny.
corner of the glass,
Like-
hiding, but everyone can see her.
see through like the whole cruise ship. and then Katie like walked out the next
I
time.
know.
that-
I totally forgot about that until you just brought it up right now.
Sanibel Island.
Oh, was it
Yeah.
on
Yeah, it was Sanibel Island.
With the
So-
bucket hats?
Yeah, the bucket
Yeah,
hats.
Oh,
bucket
okay.
hats. Yeah, you were
Isn't
probably
it funny
about
the weird
7
things
and
you
9.
remember?
I know, yeah.
So yeah.
I do remember you
great.
got busted.
So we were watching to see if you get abducted, number one, because you're out there walking by yourself.
We're trying to problem solve like this child.
Like, let's teach her a lesson.
I
Let's
have
see,
to-
Like,
watch
where
her
is she
get
going?
lost
He
and see
wanted
if
you
she
to
can
see-
find her
he
way
would
back.
watch you, but just see what you would do. Like,
I couldn't believe you found your way back.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you
But-
still got
But
busted.
but you find your way back into my spanking.
Our mom's off screen. Do you remember any particular like fun, specific memories that stick out to you from our travels? Do you have one? You look like you
I
just
have one.
Okay,
I
Joshua,
remember.
go first.
Okay, so I remember we were at Disneyland this one time, and we were waiting for the fireworks to go off because, like,
Oh no. Is this what I think it is?
yes, it is. We were waiting for these fireworks to start, right? And we were like in the middle, and we've been waiting for like an hour or something, and we're like, guys, like, we're so tired of this. Let's play a couple games. And I remember we were playing charades or something, and then like the way we interact with each other. So like it was my turn, and I was like doing something. I was like trying to get them to guess something, and then like when they said something that was wrong, I would like react to it, and that would mess them up. And eventually we got like this line of just like, I think it was like something like, I
was-
watched the walls or something.
No, the game was like someone would do something with their hands and the other person would speak as like what they were doing.
No.
And so Joshua was going like, and then he went, and then Dad goes, oh, and I forgot to wash the walls or something like that. He was making it funny, but you can tell the rest of the story. But that's
Oh, that was it.
the point is,
Dad's always really good at that.
they made me laugh so hard I peed my pants in the middle of Disneyland. But then the fireworks never even went
Yeah, they
off.
never even went off
They
when we were
like
there.
canceled them for high winds or something.
So you peed your pants for no reason.
But Mom somehow had like extra stuff.
She's prepared.
She knew. She was like, this is gonna
Super
happen.
mom.
I
always
remember,
ready.
and then we went on Space Mountain.
Remember when she got bit by the jellyfish?
We already
We
did
talked about that one.
That was horrible.
Grandma was there too. Our grandma's also off screen.
Because it messed up the cruise for you.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
she remembers.
She was in so much pain.
I was just low energy and like
Because
boring. I was like a dud.
You were in that bed for a long
I did do a lot of
I
sleeping.
got really sick. Yeah.
Thank you, Grandma. That's very sweet that you remember and sympathize.
I,
They don't remember.
I don't remember her being sick.
I remember. Her
I don't remember being here sick either.
I just remember being upset that she was sick. I was
I
like,
think Christina.
and I was like, why can't she play with us?
She
How about we went and took our own tour on the alligator farm?
Oh yeah, with
It's unhinged.
I already said I peed in Disneyland.
I mean, but that's real. Like I feel like real people are a little bit unhinged. You know what I mean? Like, people
Wait,
grow up
so
like
the
that.
alligator, is that where we were like on a dock that had no
Yes,
railing?
yes.
They closed, right? So you're supposed to
In
go
the
there and
Everglades.
pay and go say, well, let's sneak in, and we did. And
Yeah.
I had bread and I rolled it up.
I didn't realize we snuck in.
I didn't know that. I just
didn't
remember. I have
that
the
either.
memory.
I think
And so,
there was just
all of a sudden
open
we go on the
access
dock,
to it. I don't
and
think we
these-
snuck in.
These logs started coming towards me. What the heck? They're the alligators. So they open their mouth, you throw anything in their mouth and toss it food.
Plump. I remember that,
remember
and
that
it makes a
so-
very like specific
yeah.
like chomping
Yeah,
sound.
and I just couldn't believe I was that close to them.
I was like, wow, they're really close,
Well,
and
you
I'm
know
like,
what? They got real close because one time I did it, boom, and he got caught on the dock.
that's
His teeth-
right.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I can't get
His
loose.
teeth
Yeah.
got caught on the one on the
Yeah.
dock. Yeah, and I think about it now. I have like almost like delayed like anxiety about it. Like, what if we would have fallen in? We would have died. Like, and there was no railing.
They
like,
made sure that we weren't like too close.
but
like,
we like he was throwing these alligators, and their mouths were like what a foot from your hand. Like they were really close.
they were pretty close.
And then they're like on
I
the
have
side.
a
There
vivid
was
memory.
there was a path up from the
yeah,
water.
they could have just
They
walked
could
up
have
there
come out.
if they wanted to.
Oh, believe you me, I would not have let anything happen to you.
I know, but like
But
in
just
retrospect, I'm
imagine
like,
being
that's
married
crazy.
to
He
that
did that.
guy.
I think it was we did another excursion on one of our cruises, right?
Yeah.
And so mom and dad were always like thrifty and wanting to like save money. So instead of doing like the really expensive one that the cruise ship offered, we like kind of found
We
some.
DIY'd our own excursions.
Yeah, we DIY'd our own excursions and found like some random person with a sign as you get off the boat that's like, come see the caves. And we're like, that sounds cool.
Great.
So then we get in this like scary van.
Yeah, no air conditioning.
And it says like, yeah, where was it? Do you remember where the caves were?
That was in Belize.
Belize. So we're in Belize in a van. It's hot.
Super hot.
You were there too, Grandma. Grandma was there for that. And so we're gonna go tubing down these caves, which sounds super cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
But on our way
It
there,
actually was super cool.
we get a flat tire. And so we're like, man, what if we can't make it to the cruise ship back in time? Because we're like trying to fix this tire. The guy couldn't figure out the tire. Dad eventually had to get out and help him change the tire so that we could even get back going. But then we were like delayed, but he's like, oh, it's fine.
No,
Like,
that
let's do the
That was the
thing.
moment where Mom was going, uh-oh. what
Like
did
maybe we shouldn't
do?
have DIY'd our
We should
excursion.
have DIY'd this thing. What an
But we
idiot.
still go.
She's like,
Like, yeah, we still win on it.
as well.
So then, but then it was fun. Once we actually got there and got in the
We're
tubes
like,
and
okay,
went-
we're safe.
went in the caves. But the funniest thing was because of the water, I don't know if it was seasonal, but you had to like kind of like lift your butt up.
I think, no, because he said there was something in the water.
Crawfish. There were
Not
crawfish.
just that, it was also the rocks.
The rocks.
It was the rocks, but I remember someone saying that there are crawfish and they pinch you. And so
That's probably what they told the little kids.
they would. That's what I got told.
That's what I got told too.
Granted,
we
we
were
were
little
little kids
kids.
for the rocks.
So then we would on each person was
and
like in
Josh
the
had to
tube.
be in front because we had to
Yeah.
like chain in a vertical
yeah.
chain, and your feet
It was
were on
a
the person's
line.
tube
It was
in
a
front
rope,
of you.
and everybody was on a tube on the rope, and there
And
was
you
a
had to have
line.
the smallest person. and
Yeah,
In the front.
and
biggest
you
in
were
the back.
you were so brave because you were like what, like under 10.
Yeah, I was real small
You were
at
like,
that time.
yeah, you were like really young, and I was like so impressed because you had to go first, and you were not about it. You did it anyway.
No, I was like, because it was a dark, scary cave, and I didn't know what
was
was
dark.
in there. I was like,
Pitch black.
I'm going into like a cave, and there's water, and I don't know what's under the water. I just have this
And then
person in
every
front of
once
me
in a
like
while, a guy
going.
would say, "Butts up," and then
And then you all had to like arch
Like,
up.
yeah, you had to like, because there's like,
I definitely hit my butt a couple times. I'm sure
Yeah.
everyone else did.
I remember someone screaming, I can't get my butt up.
Really, Mom or Grandma? Grandma's pointing to herself.
She's like, oh,
I
sure.
know it's not, right?
We got back to the cruise ship, and it ended up being okay. But yeah, that
No,
was.
it was never.
Grandma disagrees.
doing duck duck goose on the beach, or like getting stuck in Tahoe in the car,
Oh.
in the snow, in the ice.
Oh, that was
That was not a
bad.
good
That
one.
was like our car shut down in the middle of a snowstorm
hill.
on a
On a
hill,
hill.
and so we're sitting there. It was Caleb, Josh, me, and Olivia, and we were singing "Kumbaya,"
We sang
thinking that
Kumbaya.
we were gonna freeze to
Yeah.
death in that van.
Kumbaya, my
No,
love.
no.
Anyways, nothing happened. Everyone's fine.
Oh, sorry.
Everything's great.
I was
The whole point of this video was to say you can create these fun memories for your kids and kind of create space for them to create these inside jokes. And like we talked about, it's not always that you have to spend the money. It's more that you're spending time together. You're outside, you're walking around. You create kind of like space, white space, where you're all just hanging out. Maybe there's not even an activity. And that's where all your fun, like, you know, inside jokes and cool memories and like the bonding and the humor comes. And so yeah, hopefully this was entertaining. Hopefully it was fun to hear about some of our silly stories. And if no one has told you yet today, you are doing a good job. Thank you guys for watching Mom Babes, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, this is
Okay.
I must put
Josh! Get off your phone.
I'm in the middle of a match right
No.
now.
Pause it.
Joshua,
You should have.
quality
You
time.
knew that we were gonna start filming, so you should have paused it.
You just wait till you read. Here we go.
Except your sweater's like wrinkled. Now pull it down.
Why is it wrinkled?
On the bottom, like it's like folding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There you go. Are you ready? Yes.
Move
Except
it.
you have to be off kilter just a little, Josh. Sit like there. Okay.
Hi.
Your birthday, Josh.
Why did it take me so long?
So, Josh, you have to sit like a little over to the right. There you go, like that. Okay, that's better.
Okay, that's fine.
Can't even see
Move
myself.
this way so it doesn't.
Okay, okay,
so
okay.
you're not so squishy.
Okay. Hi, guys.